We have new breaking news as Cleveland Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert has extended 3 managers a part of the Cavaliers organization after their 60-plus win season. This includes 2 managers, the GM, the assistant general manager, and the president of the Cavaliers, Koby Altman. So what is this extension all about? How long does this extend them to? And what do we have going on with the Cavaliers right now? Because this is crazy. This is a big extension that actually matters a lot for the Cavaliers, especially when these are the managers that have got you through a rebuild, but also have gotten you even more through that. So we're going to talk about their biggest accomplishments, talk about this extension itself, and talk about the details that we do have, because it's not really specific with the money quite yet, but we do know how long they will be here for. So I'm Matt Plains here at Cavs Digest. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is the second video today, and that's why you should subscribe to Cavs Digest, because we cover everything Cavs related, from news to rumors to reports to literally anything that happens about the Cavs, especially in this offseason where things get crazy and stuff like this happens. That's why you should join us here at Cavs Digest. And to those who have been with us for whether it's new or old, whatever, we appreciate you guys. Me and Darius are pushing out as many videos as possible for you guys, and the quality is always something we're looking to improve. So let us know what you want to see. If there's anything specific, I always read every comment and just try to see how I can improve my videos personally. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's talk about this report that we have. So, Cleveland Cavaliers, this is per Shams, Cleveland Cavaliers president Koby Altman, the architect of the burgeoning title contender, has signed a contract extension through 2029, that's a weird year to say, and 2030, sources tell ESPN. Cavs front office, including Mike Gansey and Brandon Weems. So Gansey is the GM of the Cavs, and Brandon Weems is the assistant general manager, received extensions and rise to the #1 seed in the East. So let's talk about this, because this was something that I see a lot of comments every time we talk about trade reports or players at all. A lot of the comments talk about how Koby Altman's overrated, or Mike Gansey isn't doing his job, and all of this stuff. So we're gonna kind of break that down here. So let's talk about one report that I saw. This is from Joe Avarden from the New York Times Athletic. The extensions come after the Cavaliers finished the regular season first in the Eastern Conference, going 64-18, which is phenomenal. But they lost to the Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference semifinals, where top players such as Donovan Mitchell missed time with injuries, while Cleveland has reached the playoffs in 3 consecutive campaigns after missing the postseason for 4 consecutive years. They have just 2 playoff series wins. I also don't know why this says Donovan Mitchell missed time with injuries, because that just didn't happen. It was Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. But anyways, sorry, Joe Avarden, but that has to be corrected. They have just 2 playoff series wins over that period. Altman joined the organization in 2012 and was named general manager in 2017. After a stint as assistant general manager, he was the first executive to get an extension from Gilbert. The latest deal will be his 3rd extension. So we know Dan Gilbert loves Koby Altman as of right now. It seems like they're good buds. It seems like they get along well. And Dan Gilbert has done, several good things, including the first thing is this trade that we all know and remember. This was a Koby Altman deal here. Cavaliers received Donovan Mitchell, and the Jazz received Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, and Ochai Agbaji, which was the first-round pick of that year. 2025 first-round pick, 2026 pick swap, a 2027 first-round pick, and a 2028 pick swap, and a 2029 first-round pick. So that is what this trade ensued, and this is the trade that got you over the hump, because you look at this, I know this is small, but it kind of shows the wins and losses from each season. I know it's basically impossible to read, but if at the bottom it says 19 wins, and then you see 18 wins, 20 wins, and then they got all the way up to 50 wins, 40 wins, and now 60 wins. So Dan Gilbert and Koby Altman completed a very, very quick rebuild. Got them out of a rebuild once they lost LeBron to the Lakers, and then they managed to draft guys like Darius Garland, guys like Evan Mobley, traded for guys like DeAndre Hunter, who, of course, we're going to get a second season out of here soon, and traded for guys like Donovan Mitchell. So Koby Altman, and I give him a lot of credit for not having to suffer as Cavs fans, although, it might be a debate if suffering comes from playoff losses, because that's my least favorite thing ever, but we'll continue talking about that. But they managed to get out of this rebuild. And that's a really, really good thing to know, that the Cavs, we didn't have to watch them, because we watched them in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2014, 2013, all those years when it was Kyrie running the ship. And in 2010, when we first didn't draft Kyrie, when we had Mo Williams running the ship, it was really, really tough to watch. So I give Koby Altman complete credit for getting them out of that rebuild. So, of course, Gansey now, the GM of the Cavs. I feel like we always talk about we always refer to Koby Altman kind of as the general manager because he technically is, but no, he is the president of the Cavaliers, but he is the kind of the big guy when it comes to making deals, making waves. But Gansey is still the general manager, and he plays a big factor into the organization, as well as the assistant general manager, Brandon Weems, who has a insane relationship with LeBron, and that's why I think this extension might mean something for LeBron James, who we've talked about a lot. Our last 2 videos are LeBron videos. I'm so sorry. But now let's talk about something that actually happened, not something that is going to happen, because I believe that LeBron James will be a Cav sooner or later. But we can talk about Brandon Weems, who is the assistant general manager, and he's been there for a while in the Cavs organization. He has a great relationship with LeBron James, and that's what I feel like Dan Gilbert loves so much, is that Weems pushed through and built a relationship with the King for years and years, and then they ended up just continuing. And then Weems is now the assistant general manager, and he has also gotten extended. I'm pretty sure, I don't know the exact thing that Sham said, but it seems like that this is an extension for all 3 of these guys through that. This is an extension for all 3, but that this is also an extension through that time period for all 3, not just Koby for 2029, 2030. Although I'm not 100% sure, as I said. Full details haven't quite came out yet. Of course, this happened earlier today, but we kind of see what Altman has accomplished and why. Yes, I understand. I see some of you guys in the comments saying that you actually, I know some of you actually do not like Koby Altman. You guys think that he doesn't make the right moves to win in the playoffs, or he has a soft mentality because the Cavs go soft in the playoffs. And I totally understand that perspective. But when I showed you stuff like this, it really seems as if the Cavaliers must, have made it out of something. But the thing is that the 64 wins only can mean so much. You also have to win playoff games, or at least playoff series to be exact. For Gansey and Weems, I think Weems is a big players personality, I would say. I think that Weems specifically is really good with the players and interacting with the players. And he's also kind of a fan favorite. If you know the organization well, you know about Brandon Weems, especially, as I said, with his relationship with LeBron James. It seems as if Weems is there just to really get along with the players. Of course, the assistant general manager is a big position, but Weems has played a big factor in the history of LeBron's success in Cleveland, LeBron coming back to Cleveland as well. So I think that I totally see why Dan Gilbert trusts Weems to continue his job. When it comes to Mike Gansey, this is a guy that I question a lot, actually, because it seems as if when it comes to talks or general manager talks, it seems like Koby Altman still is talked as the GM, and he technically is the GM, but it's not. I mean, he's technically not, because Mike Gansey is the GM, but it seems like Altman's the one that makes the moves. Altman's the one that does the talking. And I might be wrong, and that just might be how the media perceives it. That just might be how I perceive it. But I do believe that Gansey is a little bit questionable, because I truly don't know the value he brings to the Cavs. But due to his long, extensive history in the basketball game, formerly playing, but also just as an organizational manager, I do trust all these guys to be re-signed. Of course, the biggest question is Altman, though. Although have given him credit for the regular season success, you do question if you want to re-sign a guy or extend a guy that has 2 playoff series wins over the course of, 4 years? We beat the Magic in the first round in 7, not this most recent season, but the year before, and then we beat the Heat in 4 games this year and lost to the Pacers in 5, the future Game 7 losers of the finals. So it seems like there is some things to question, but as of right now, for those who have questioned Koby Altman, it seems like you're stuck with him until he's 2029, 2030, which, if you think about it, that's a long time. That's 4 years at least. So we'll see how these guys play a factor, but we do get new Cavs news that they have extended certain managerial positions. And let me know in the comments what you guys think about these extensions. I'll maybe replying with my thoughts, because I love seeing how your analysis on some things, players, and the manager. So let me know what you guys believe in the comment section below. I'm Matt Belangi. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Matt Belangi here at Cavs Digest. Thank you guys for joining me.